What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is BC. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already and browse, as I have a ton of content for you. Wanted to make an update video. I know over the years I made a ton of videos around these subjects, but I wanted to make another one just to update and cycle back. I continuously get asked, where do we get phone numbers and information for expired listings and for sale by owner listings? I wanted to make a video just to help you, okay? Now, there's going to be a couple things we need to look at. I'm going to explain in the beginning in a sliding scale fashion from least expensive to most expensive as far as the services that we can use and why you subscribe to them is actually the best move. Okay, a lot of people are looking for a free source. Let me tell you, for sale by owners, cool. You can go on Zillow, you can go on forsalebyowner.com, Buy Owner Daily. I mean, there's so many websites you can go to where you either subscribe for very cheap or you can find for sale by owners for free, especially Zillow. The majority of our for sale by owner contacts and you can say conversions come from Zillow, which is free. We don't pay for their information to get their numbers. I know you can go to Buy Owner Daily to get for sale by owner numbers, and there's other ones like the RedX and other services that offer both expireds and FSBOs. Okay, however, for the most part, we use the free route for sale by owners, and again, we door knock them and we call them. So with this video, I'm going to explain to you how we go after them at the door and on the phone. So it's not just going to be about calling them, okay? That's for free. Now when it comes to expireds, again, we have this sliding scale because a lot of people getting in who are newer and don't have the budget, they may not be able to afford a service like Vulcan 7, for example, where it's $300 a month, okay? We started out, I did personally, with the RedX. The RedX was cheaper, it offered for sale by owner, it offered notice of defaults, and it offered expireds. I believe they may have expanded, but I've only subscribed to them for the expireds, okay? The information was given to you every single morning when you when you refresh it every morning, it will give you an updated list of all the new expireds. Then what I did was I populated that into the Mojo triple line dialer to make the calls, okay? That's what I did. I think it's always good to pair Vulcan 7, RedX, or some of these other services with Mojo because you can load it directly into Mojo. It's a great system. Again, it's a triple line dialer. It has great features. It's web-based. It's easy to use. That's what I recommend as a dialer. I know some people use the RedX, I think Storm dialer or another single line dialer. I just prefer the triple line dialer. You get through numbers quicker, you have more conversations, and it's just better because of the way you can organize it and take notes. It's always worked for us. We kind of use it on the side as a little mini CRM for our customers, and it's really, really good, okay? So the RedX would be one of the first ones. I think it's $39.99 for the expired leads. They may have changed the price a little bit, but that's what we're paying, and I signed up for that years ago. I still have it. Another cool trick you can do with RedX, and I'll say this before I move on, is you can go on your MLS, you can pull out a CSV file, which is a Microsoft Excel file, of all the old listings, like old expireds. Then you can upload it into the RedX, and it'll actually scrub to see if any of them are relisted and sold. And then you can end up populating it with older expireds, and you can load that up into your Mojo to make calls. So that's just a free little bonus tip for everybody because we do that all the time. We go after old expireds all the time, so make sure that you are calling the new ones and you're calling the old ones. The old ones, you can go back years. We go back like 4, 5, 6. We've gone back to 2007 and 8 expireds from when the crash was, okay? And we've actually relisted and sold some of those properties. So definitely go after the old expireds. Again, your script, you tweak the very first sentence or 2 sentences, and that's it. It's not a big deal, okay? So the RedX, okay? And before I continue, all the links to the ones I recommend and the companies that we're working with are in the description below, okay? Secondly, another good one is LandVoice. LandVoice is very good. One thing I can note, depending on your area, each service is going to be different. Their quality of leads is going to be different. The amount of numbers they're going to give you is going to be different. I know Vulcan 7 is, I believe, the only one that consistently provides emails and cell phones. Some of these other ones might. Can't tell you for sure though. I know in our area they seem to be the most accurate. Second to that would be LandVoice. We've been using their stuff. We signed up with them a couple months ago, and their information has been pretty accurate, and I believe they also offer the single line dialer. So if we have multiple people on and all our Mojo accounts are taken, we'll have somebody hop on LandVoice and use the single line dialer. Also, Vulcan 7 offers a single line dialer, okay? So land voice, again, the typical expired, FSBO, whatever you want. Most of these lead companies will offer you the same packages and bundles as far as what types of leads they offer, right? And the reason we want to do this, ladies and gentlemen, okay, talked about this a little bit in the beginning, you want to best leverage your time, okay? If you go on the MLS, most agents are not going to put the owner's phone number on the MLS, right? They've stopped doing that years ago because more people are going after expired listings, okay? So with that said, imagine now the amount of time and effort it would take for you to find all these people. Instead of prospecting and going after them, you're going to be spending hours and hours and hours trying to find phone numbers that you don't know are even going to work. So by you exchanging your $30 or $40 a month or whatever it is that you're paying, you're effectively using that 30 or 40 bucks to save you hours and keep you on your task of prospecting. What we do when we receive the information in the morning, we load it in before we get to the office and we're ready to go. So when we get to the office, it's role play and then boom, we're on the phone. There is no researching for 2 or 3 hours to find numbers and then we make calls. We're ready to go right away. Okay? So we have Vulcan 7, we have land voice. Okay? Those are for expireds, FSBOs, NODs, and those kind of leads. Okay? Another one you have is Rebo Gateway. They're great. Let me see, Rebo Gateway, Vulcan 7, land voice. You have another one for just regular numbers, for just listed, just sold, or circle prospecting as they call it. You have the Haynes directory, Haines, the Haynes directory. I use that extensively to find absentee owner numbers and regular phone numbers. You have Cole Realty Resource, which also offers regular landlines, multifamily, and also offers cell phones now. You can get people cell phones to text them and also call them. Those are a few that I've used for that. Besides that, I can tell you, I've already named what we use. Now, I'm sure there's a ton more, right? There's another one I believe called Arc Agent, which does expires and FSBOs. We've never used it. Espresso Agent, I think, is another one that you can use that we've used slightly in the past. But again, I'm going to urge all of you, try different ones because of what I said earlier. Depending on your area, where you're at, right, and the time of year, and the year that you do it, the lead accuracy is going to differ and vary, okay? I want to reiterate that. Vulcan 7 might be amazing for us and not so good for you. RedX might be horrible for us and amazing for you depending on your area. So this is going to require that you actually try these things out. Now we recommend you try it out for at least 2 to 3 months. That way you can gauge and have a correct pool of information and data to track. Then you can start seeing the trends of the accuracy. If you're making 10 calls on the RedX leads and 6 or 7 are good numbers, and then you go to land voice and only 3 or 4 are good numbers consistently, then you know, hey, RedX is the way to go because they have more number accuracy, okay? So I don't want to go off too much in this video. I'm going to speak from the experience of what we've used. I know there's a ton more, and there's a ton more coming out of services that help you. Like for sell by owners, Buy Owner Daily. I've never used that, but I know my friend Colton has used it, and he's had much success with it, right? And it emails him all the FSBOs. But we get our FSBOs for free on Zillow. So experiment a little bit, play around with these services. Most of them are cheap. Again, the higher end one is probably going to be Vulcan 7 because they're $300 a month. I know they provide more cell phones and emails though, and on average they're more accurate. All these other ones we have listed in the description below, and they're all around that price of 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks a month, depending, again, what package you get, how many lead sources you want to go after, and obviously the more lead sources that you add, like expireds, FSBOs, NODs, probates, or whatever it is, the higher the price is going to be because they're giving you more leads, okay? I would also recommend, lastly, a combination of getting the expired and FSBO data and also getting the random numbers for just listed, just sold, and circle prospecting from Cole Realty Resource or Haynes Directory or one of those companies, because you want to have some variety. You don't want to just be calling or door knocking one lead source, okay? Now, lastly, I'll wrap it up this way. Remember, just because you're calling them, do not hesitate to go to the door. If you really want to step your game up, especially with expireds and for sell by owners, call them and go to the door. Be relentless. A lot of people won't answer the phone, but they'll answer the door. Some people won't answer the door, but they'll answer the phone. Why not get the best of both worlds and go after both leads? That way you can ensure that your message gets across, okay? So I'll end the video here. Appreciate you guys watching to the end. Make sure you like the video to help us grow. Make sure you subscribe, comment below. Let us know how you're doing, what market you're in, and maybe what services work best in your market so you can best guide other people. Everything is in the description below. If you're interested in joining my Modern Success program, which is my personal coaching and mentorship program that has over 140 members now. Go to bryancasella.com, go to the coaching tab and sign up. Even if you're not in real estate, I accept everybody. And again, we're growing by the day. Okay, other than that, stay tuned for the next video. Team BC, I'll see you on the next one.